Hello students, welcome back. Today we are going to discuss about the modes of operation of mass transistor. Okay, for this concept I'm not considering source and drain. I'm not considering source and drain. Just with the help of a body and with the help of a gate, this is my gate terminal. With the help of a gate, I'm going to explain this concept. Now coming back to the very important thing here. Okay, in the modes of operation of MOSFET, when a battery is connected between gate terminal and a substrate, then what will happen means this is your polysilicon and this is your thin oxide. Now, if you observe that when a battery is connected between gate and substrate, then the positive charge carriers will come and accumulate here, and the negative charge carriers will come and accumulate here. Is it clear? Now if you observe that, what will happen when a battery is connected between gate and substrate? Now observe very carefully. Okay, since these are the positive charge carriers present here and these are the negative charge carriers present here, these positive charge carriers will attract these negative charge carriers to upside, and these negative charge carriers will repel these negative charge carriers to upside. That means the only thing is happening here, the negative charge carriers are moving upward direction. Is it understood? Now let us consider this entire operation from, okay, by considering the battery in the reverse direction. That means let us assume that if you observe very clearly, if this battery is connected like this, okay, let us assume that, okay, this is negative and this is positive. Now observe very carefully what will happen. See, this is negative charge carriers now because of the battery, and this will be positive charge carriers. I hope that are you clear. Now observe very carefully. I will talk this with three conditions of operation. The first condition of operation I am going to talk about when this gate consists of negative charge carrier, that means negative terminal of battery is connected, and this body consists of positive terminal. Okay, shall I draw one more time the figure clearly, then you may get a clear cut idea. Now just observe this figure. Okay, in this MOSFET I didn't consider any source and drain. Now observe very carefully. When a negative terminal of battery is connected to gate and a positive terminal of battery is connected to body, what will happen? Just observe very carefully. This is the case number 1 I am considering. That means the voltage at gate terminal is negative. That means I can call it as less than what? 0. This is my condition. Okay, now observe very carefully. When a negative terminal of battery connected here, then the gate terminal consists of electrons, and this body consists of what? Holes here. Okay, shall I use some other color, then you can get a clear cut idea. Okay, now observe, I will use yellow color for that, then you may clearly visible. Okay, this is holes present here, electrons present here. I hope that are you clear. Now observe what will happen. Okay, this electrons will attract the holes, therefore this holes further accumulate here. Is it clear? And what will happen to this electrons? It will move towards down direction. Why? Because observe very carefully, because of the electrons present here and because of the holes present here. Okay, first of all we'll talk about holes. What will happen? These electrons will attract holes to up direction, and this holes will repel these holes to up direction. That means holes are moving from down to up. Okay, and similarly the electrons moves in this direction. That means if you observe that the holes are going to be accumulate here. Therefore this mode, then that means when Vg is less than 0, this mode I will call it as accumulation mode. Is it clear, all of you? That means it is very clear when Vg is less than 0, there is no channel in this space. Is it right? Why? Because since we are talking about n mass, definitely the channel must be of electrons. Is it understood? Now what will happen when Vg is greater than 0? Then we will see that. Okay, just observe very carefully once again. Okay, when battery is connected between gate and source, very important point you have to observe. What is that important point? When battery is connected between gate and source, that means very important thing is when a negative battery is connected to gate terminal and positive battery is connected to bulk, then which mode you are going to observe? Accumulation mode you are going to observe very clearly. Is it understood, all of you? Accumulation mode. Now let us consider, okay, let us consider here I'm going to connect a battery in this direction. Okay, now it is plus and it will be what? Minus. Okay, therefore what will happen here? Positive charge carriers will come and fall here, and here what will happen? Negative charge carriers will come and fall here. Is it understood? That means I have applied a gate potential greater than 0 now. Now what will happen? Because of this positive charge carriers, this positive charge carriers repulse and it will move in this direction. I hope that are you clear. And similarly these electrons will attract the positive charge carriers and therefore it will fall in this direction, and these holes will try to move in this direction. I hope that are you clear, all of you. But if you observe that if this gate potential is greater than 0 but it is not that much sufficient to pull this minority charge carriers to upside, therefore it will come and stay here, it won't reaches its destination. Is it understood? Therefore what will happen here means, because of this type of connection, okay, the positive charge carriers will be depleted from this. Observe very carefully, this positive charge carriers are depleting. Is it right? Now it is like this. Now it is going to be deplete. I hope that are you clear? Okay. Is it understood? Now further, because of this positive and negative, I hope that are you clear. Further if you increases, okay, what will happen further? That means let us assume that this is potential is greater than 0 but it is less than threshold voltage. That means here this transistor consists of some threshold voltage, that means a sufficient voltage to bring this negative charge carriers to here and to form a channel. Is it understood? Therefore I can call the second condition as, see here, okay, I'm going to tell the what will happen now. Now here observe that very carefully. When a negative terminal battery is connected to gate, okay, now we have seen that what will happen, there is an accumulation mode. Is it clear? That means there is an accumulation mode. Okay, that means what will happen here, if you observe very carefully, the holes will come and stand here. Is it right? This mode is going to be called as accumulation mode. That means when Vg is less than 0. Is it clear? Now observe very carefully what will happen if a positive terminal of battery is connected. Okay, now observe very carefully, a positive terminal of battery is connected here. But don't forget, Vg is greater than 0 itself, but it is not that much sufficient to pull these electrons to upside. Is it clear? Okay, that means I can tell that Vg is greater than 0, Vg is greater than 0, but it is not sufficient to pull the electrons to upside. That is, it is less than the threshold voltage. Therefore, what will happen here? This space will become empty. Sorry, this space, there is no charge carriers in this space. Is it understood? Okay, but these electrons will try to come to upside, but it won't reaches its destination. Now further if you increase, this is a second condition, there is no charge carriers, therefore I can call this mode as what? Depletion mode. Depletion mode. Is it clear? Now if you further increases your battery, that means now this is a second condition. If you further increases, that means in the third condition, when Vg is greater than threshold voltage, that means it reaches a sufficient voltage, and what will happen, guys? Yeah, absolutely, these electrons will come and stay here, and it will form, sorry for that, and it will form a channel. Is it clear? In this manner the channel is going to be formed. This, I hope that are you clear, all of you? Okay, this is our channel, required channel. Okay, previously, that means in the first condition, here the holes are there. Now here there are electrons, therefore this mode is known as channel inversion mode. Channel inversion mode. I hope that are you clear? Yeah, let's summarize the three conditions here. Okay, these are the three conditions. When the gate voltage is less than 0, which mode it is? Absolutely. What is the mode? Accumulation mode, where the holes are going to be accumulate. Okay, this mode is known as accumulation mode. Is it okay? Now when Vg is greater than 0, but it is not that much sufficient to pull the electrons to reach the destination, that means to form the channel. Okay, that means Vg lies between 0 and threshold voltage. Then here what will happen? The holes are going to be depleted, therefore this mode is known as what? Depletion mode. Okay, and finally when Vg is sufficient voltage, that means it is greater than the threshold voltage, what will happen there? Okay, the channel is formed, that means the electron reaches its destination. Is it clear? Now in this mode, who are present? Holes are present. Okay, here who are depleted? Holes are depleted, right? Now here who are going to be form a channel? Electrons are going to be form a channel in this condition. Therefore here there are holes and here there are electrons. That means here in the first condition, in the channel, who are present? Electrons are present, sorry, holes are present. Here who are present in the channel now? Electrons are present. Therefore this mode is known as channel inversion mode. Channel inversion mode. If you want, you may call channel formation also. Is it understood, all of you? That's it, guys. This is regarding about the modes of operation of MOSFET. In the next class we will see the MOSFET working operation, including source, drain. Is it right? Thank you very much. Have a nice day. If you are having any query, you may ask.